It is time for another adventure. What's up? Welcome back, and today I'll be doing my Spongebob the Search for Squarepants plot prediction. So this one I'm really excited for. I'm really excited for Spongebob the Search for Squarepants. This is going to be the 6th Spongebob movie that we've had, like in the Spongebob universe. Yeah. Our 4th of the mainline ones, but yeah, our 6th of the entire one, and they're gonna be doing a 3rd character-driven focus one, so that'll be pretty cool. Eventually, we'll have 7 after they come out with the 3rd one. Maybe it'll be Mr. Krabs. Maybe it'll be Squidward. Maybe it'll be Patrick. Who knows? But yeah, my Spongebob the Search for Squarepants plot prediction, which I'm definitely gonna do a spoiler review after I see this. Same for After Fire and Ash, but yeah. I think the Flying Dutchman will be kidnapping Spongebob and taking him to the underworld, which will be pretty cool. I think that's going to be what kicks off the main events of the movie, which will be pretty cool to see. Yeah. And I think that'll spark Krabs, Patrick, Squidward, Sandy, and Gary to team up and rescue him. And they'll also recruit Plankton and Karen to help them rescue Spongebob, and Plankton and Karen will be using their skills to help as well, and everybody will team up to use their skills to help. Kind of like in Sponge on the Run, like when they all found out that where Spongebob and Patrick had gone to and why they had left to Poseidon's palace, they all teamed up, and because they all had their connection and they all had their driving force to save Spongebob, which was pretty cool. Pretty cool plot of Sponge on the Run, yeah. But yeah, my favorite movie is still Sponge Out of Water. My favorite SpongeBob movie is still Sponge Out of Water. But yeah. And then, yeah, I think the Flying Dutchman will be haunting Spongebob before kidnapping him. Like, I think the first, 15 minutes of the movie will be, set up for the main events of the movie. So I think, as SpongeBob is going through his regular day in the shadows, the Flying Dutchman will be, haunting him. And then, we're like, ooh, what's going on here? And then he, kidnaps SpongeBob, which is pretty cool. Kind of like in Sponge on the Run, with how they showed Poseidon and his snails at first, and then they set up Gary being taken by Plankton to Poseidon. Or in Sponge Out of Water, they set up Burger Beard in the beginning of the movie, or the first SpongeBob movie. They set up Neptune and his crown being taken by Plankton. So, each SpongeBob movie sets up the main events of the movie before the events take place, which is pretty cool. I feel like Search for Squarepants, this would be pretty cool if this is how they do it. And then lastly, I think Patchy will be helping the crew to get to the underworld. The crew that searches for SpongeBob. Yeah. Patchy, Patchy the pirate from the main show, he made several appearances throughout the show. So I think this would be pretty cool. Getting a live action, Patchy's always been live action, but getting a movie appearance by Patchy would be pretty cool, because we haven't had Patchy in any of the SpongeBob movies, but we've had live action appearances in the SpongeBob movies. In the first SpongeBob movie, we had them go to the surf. We've had them go to the surface and all of them. But in the first SpongeBob movie, we had David Hasselhoff, I think. David Hasselhoff, I think. Yeah, and then the Cyclops, I think the Cyclops creature, take them to the surface. And then in Sponge Out of Water, we had Burger Beard, which was, he was the villain of the movie, of course. And then Sponge on the Run, we had Sage, played by Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves was the GOAT in Sponge on the Run. He did great in Sponge on the Run. I loved his role. Yeah. And if they want to continue that trend, they can have Patchy be the person that helps them in Search for Squarepants. Patchy can help them. Maybe Patchy has a rivalry against the Flying Dutchman, which would be pretty cool. And it would really expand the lore of the SpongeBob universe out more, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's my plot prediction for SpongeBob the Search for Squarepants. I'm very excited for this. My next plot prediction after this will probably be for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Yeah. Or maybe Project Hail Mary with Ryan Gosling if I cover that. Or, yeah, but it'll definitely be one of those two. And then after that will be The Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm definitely gonna do a plot prediction for that. Even though I'm coming out with these theory videos, and I'm gonna continue to come out with more for The Mandalorian and Grogu. I'm going to do a plot prediction for The Mandalorian and Grogu because I'm so excited for Star Wars to return to theaters. Yeah. Even though SpongeBob the Search for Squarepants is coming out the same day as Avatar Fire and Ash, and probably won't make a lot of money, the nostalgia will definitely be there for SpongeBob. So we all need that have the nostalgia for SpongeBob and this universe of SpongeBob. All need to come together and like go see Search for Squarepants. Like all of us need to go see that have nostalgia for SpongeBob. But yeah, right now I'll do my closing and say bye. Make sure to like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Until next time, guys. Bye.